Good morning, guys. So it's almost 6:45 a.m. This is supposed to be sunrise. It's pretty cloudy today. It's supposed to be dry. This will be the first day in 3 days we haven't had any rain, so I'm going to try to take a ride out, maybe ride up Pilot Mountain and do a couple poems for y'all. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna ride into town, grab a coffee, and then we'll head that way. And I'll talk to you here in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, guys, we just left our local Sheets. We are stopping for a chocolate peanut butter coffee. It's really good. Breakfast of champions, buddy. And nice chocolate cookie. So we're gonna gobble this down right quick, and then we're gonna head up towards Pilot Mountain. It's a little after 7 a.m. and it looks like it's gonna shape up to be a pretty nice day. So hopefully we'll have a good trip and get some good footage, and we'll read a couple poems once we get up on the mountain. So just hold on a few minutes and I'll be right back with you. Alright, guys, we finished our coffee, ate our cookie, feeling good. Sun's popping out. Let's head on up to Pilot Mountain, see what it looks like up there. Alright, guys, we're leaving the South Gate Plaza here in Thomasville, and we'll be taking Highway 109 north. Right after we get through town here, we'll be on 109 north towards Winston-Salem. Right now we're in the heart of Thomasville. This is what I would call uptown, or the new part of town. This is Julian Avenue. We'll be clipping through downtown in just a few minutes. Alright, well, we skipped over all that part. We are now 109 north, headed towards Winston-Salem. It's about 48 miles to Pilot Mountain. So yeah, we're gonna skip and piece through this trip a little bit, because it's a lot of highway miles once we get up here to Winston on 40, and you know, nobody really wants to sit through that. 109 is not a bad highway to travel on. It could be a lot worse. should be coming up on the Wahlberg community very shortly. School zone, that's for Hasty School. No, that's Ledford Middle School. Alright, now we're getting into the Wahlberg area. I remember when there was practically nothing down through here. Just used to be basically a tunnel of trees all the way to Winston-Salem. Now there's just houses everywhere. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these houses have been here for quite some time, but they weren't as open to the roadway as they are now. There used to be a lot more trees up and down this road. You can tell the roads are still wet. As I said, it's been raining here for the last 3 days, so it was supposed to be sunny today, but it's kind of looking like it's going to be mostly overcast, so not really sure how much we're going to be able to see when we get to the top of the mountain up here. Okay, now we're coming into the Wahlberg community. I remember when there was not much other than that church there on the right and a post office. Still not a lot down through here, but you know, Winston-Salem is expanding south every day, so okay guys, we're getting ready to make the turn onto Highway 40. If I'm not mistaken, almost as soon as we merge onto 40, we'll be merging right back off onto Highway 52 towards Mount Airy and Pilot Mountain. Mount Airy sign. So yeah, barely on, and you're getting right back off. Here's our exit for Highway 52. Today's Friday, so it's early morning Friday. This is really not the best time to be traveling on these roads. There's a lot of traffic, and they will absolutely run you over out here. Looks awful cloudy over there. It's not supposed to rain, but it looks awful cloudy. Off to your left, this is essentially the center of the business loop of Winston-Salem. And if you can see right there, way in the distance, that's Pilot Mountain. I skipped over quite a bit of that ride up and down 52. May skip a little more of it. 52 is just absolutely rough. It's like riding a bucking bronco down through here. I will say this DJI Action 3 camera, you know, you turn on the rock steady stabilization, and it's just smooth as butter. So I really don't have any complaints about that whatsoever. And there's the exit for Pilot Mountain State Park. Gotta love making YouTube videos. You can turn an hour-long drive into 20 minutes. I skipped most of that route down 52. It is just horrible. The road is horrible. So if you're really into the ride, I apologize, but we're not going to cut out much or maybe even any of the trip up the mountain. Here we are. This is the turn for Pilot Mountain State Park. And this is actually my first time going up there. So I really don't know what to expect. I've seen a couple of other YouTube videos of people that visited here, so I kind of know where I'm going. There's a visitor center there on the right. And a good old speed bump. I gotta tell you, you really gotta slow down for these speed bumps on this scooter. Scooter suspension is nowhere near as good as a bigger motorcycle. So, yeah, you definitely feel the bumps on a scooter. And another one. It is pretty down through here, even though the sun isn't really shining. I gotta tell you guys, I'm taking it really slow up through here, because these roads are wet and slick. And it's a pretty substantial change in elevation. I don't know exactly what the elevation is at the top here. I guess I shouldn't have been lazy and looked it up, but I don't know what it is offhand. But it is going uphill pretty good, and I'm coming to the realization that this is a little bit hard on this little 400cc scooter. And it's a great little machine, but I'm over 300 pounds myself on this little scooter, and going up this elevation, it's not liking to pull too good. And there is no low gear on a scooter. It's twist and go. It's got a constant velocity transmission, so the pull is definitely different. If I would have still had my 1100 Shadow, I could have just popped it in second gear and rolled right up here and probably wouldn't have felt the thing the whole way. But as you can hear, maybe, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but this thing's straining just a bit. think we're coming up on the summit here. It shouldn't be too much farther. But I can tell we're getting in some fog. And it's really keeping the roads wet up here. I'm not big on fog, but I gotta admit it is pretty. It is pretty driving down through here. You just gotta really pay attention to what you're doing. Here we are. Yeah, the fog is really substantial up here, guys. I really hate it because on a clear day you can see all the way back to Winston-Salem. But it's definitely not a clear day today. Well, guys, I gotta tell you, we've reached the top of the mountain. We're up at the scenic overlook here at the top of Pilot Mountain. Unfortunately, the weather has not cleared off a single bit, and it's nothing but fog. If you look, if you can see in the background, you can't see anything out here. I told y'all I'd do a poem, and I'd like to find a decent spot to set up and do it where you can actually see something, but I think we're going to have to ride back down the mountain before we can do any poetry. Seriously, there's not a thing to see up here. We'll have to get back up here on a better day. Been stuck in the house for 3 days. It's been raining for 3 days. It's supposed to clear off today, and unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to, at least not for a few more hours. So we did make it to the top though, but I think we're gonna turn around and ride back down because nothing to see here, and maybe I can find a nice quiet spot here after a while and do some poetry for you. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but we'll find a spot to do some poetry and it'll turn out all right. So I'll get back with you in a few minutes. All right, guys. Bright and sunny today. This is the day we should have had yesterday. We're not on Pilot Mountain, but I'm still going to do a couple poems for you. Let's see what I got here. Alright, I got a couple here. Let's see. Whew, a little windy. Other than that, it's a beautiful day. Alright, this first one is called Crying in the Rain. That's kind of what we were doing yesterday. Crying in the rain. There's something about the rain that brings comfort from the pain, that washes away the tears, or at least mask their stains, that chills a burning heart numbs the throbbing pain, turning the world blue in solidarity. Do the angels cry with you? Sometimes it seems they do, as we lift our heads for clarity, smiling through the pain. Or there's something about the rain, and in knowing the world is crying with you. So this is not, these are not the poems that I intended to read, but you know, they'll work for today, and there'll be plenty more poems in the future. So this is a little bit more of a love poem. It's called Morning Love. Lying beside you, my hands upon your hip, the soft warm feel of your skin. I listen to you breathing, smell the perfume in your hair. Another night, I won't sleep again. I take my rest in knowing that you're here with me. A million words cannot express the way I feel. You are the love story that I can never write. I only pray that you know it's real. You are the epic that I long to live. You are my every sunset, every flower, and every song. And as I watch you sleeping, waiting just to make love to you, I hope the coming morning won't take too long. Alright guys, so that's 2. This video has already gone really long. I apologize about yesterday. Today turned out to be the day that I was hoping for yesterday. But anyway, we did ride to the top of the mountain and we got to read some poems. So we're going to call that a day. And thanks so much for watching. I'll timestamp this so, you know, you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.